intellectual, pretty, light-skinned, privileged woman, or the big womp or fancy-wancies, and it's the same thing, and he tends to break them down. I watched something yesterday because I was bored while I was driving, and I listened to a young lady who was attractive, 36 years old, had a baby in the 20s with her dude, and the family put pressure on them to get married because they had a baby. And anyway, long story, didn't work out. And then Kevin was really breaking the dude down. Well, why didn't you marry him? She said, we did get married. She said, we had some issues and it didn't work out, communication, blah, blah, blah. So it's more of the same. But he also said, you need to go back with him, and make up. He said, because if you guys can co-parent with a sense of civility, being civil with one another, it has a chance to work. And his son would probably like that. He made perfect sense. But it's more the same. So do I really, and bottom line is, do I really give a fuck about what Kevin saying or doing? No. I'm trying to get my own money. Mm-hmm. I got enough game myself, but listening to him has given me some insight, a little bit more empowerment. Because anytime you get knowledge, which I admire and respect about you, we always listen to podcasts. I said, this is the man is interested in knowledge, getting other people that's at a higher level than him, and getting their perspective on how they move and how they make decisions on things. So I applaud you for that. That's empowerment for yourself, which translates to empowerment for the masses that you're going to reach with your platform. Fact. So at the end of the day, if the dude not on his level, it's because he ain't getting his money.
Yeah, but because everybody will voice their opinion about how niggas living. Nigga, how you living? You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about, oh man, he been divorced.
That just really validates what I just said.
Oh, absolute facts. In fact, but let me break it down. My opinion, brother. You know, it's amazing to me how individuals love saying about, oh, he gay, he this. Nigga, what are you? Nigga, what your bitch look like? Nigga, are you sharing a bitch? Do you have a bitch? Do she look like big? You understand what I'm saying? People are quick to voice their opinion on others. Nigga, how you living? Nigga, show how you living. You know, if you want to voice your opinion about a nigga, show how you living. Show what your bitch look like.
I don't think that validates anything because it still, in my opinion, it still goes back to you don't have a life.
No, I understand what you're saying, but I'm saying though how people are like criticized, or they want to say, okay, Jerry, he does it, he did it. I'm using an example. But nigga, how you living, nigga? Show me your woman, nigga. Your woman look like Big Shirley. Cause see, one thing about how people voice their opinion, how niggas be talking. See, the thing is that first of all, Kevin are talking to motherfuckers he don't even know. Okay? People voicing their opinions on Kevin or me or you or anybody, they don't even know us. So what would give a motherfucker the right to say something about you when they don't know you, dog?
Well, the critics are always going to come when you're doing something and you got attention and they don't.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this in people in general. See, it's like this, Playboy. If you already know a person's talking a certain way, why you gonna keep calling this motherfucker? Know why? Because a nigga that's fucking a bitch, right? Listen to me closely. A nigga that's fucking a bitch or trying to fuck a bitch, he gonna tell that bitch what she need to hear to keep fucking. He's not gonna tell her nothing to empower herself, or she might pivot on the nigga. The bitch see hear the right shit come out your motherfucking mouth, nigga. She will pivot on your ass, nigga, and you be like, motherfucker, yeah, nigga, motherfucker's right. If you want to keep a motherfucker on that certain level, nigga. Cause it happened to me all the time, nigga. When I get to talking empowerment shit, bitches run the fuck off. I go Pookie and Ray Ray, I got them wrapped around my motherfucking hand.
Really?
But when I do empowerment, bitches ghost. You know why? Cause I'm speaking from me, my personal experience. They don't want to hear that shit, nigga. They don't want to hear nothing positive. They don't want to be accountable for nothing. Long as you keep, that's why motherfuckers they fucking with, don't tell them that shit. Motherfuckers they get tricked and used about. I mean, how to get motherfuckers they feel they got used or got tricked, the clown. Hey, hold on. Hey, Kev, send me some pics, man.
Did you get one picture?
Shit didn't come through, bro. Send me some pics. I'm going to list it. What you want to list it for? I'm going to put it out there for you.
I want 7 racks for it, man. I got it's on a roller frame. I got all the stainless, the floor pans and stuff is in there. They just got a spot weld them in there. The sheet metal don't need no sheet metal work.
Okay.
I got every piece, the inside and outside, and the doors need some door skins on them.
Okay, and Trip, just send me the pictures of it. I'm gonna put it out there for you.
I'm gonna send it to you. You
All right.
all right? You all right? Where you going? You say you're going to get something?
Skinny.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But where was that? Where I left? That was my nigga trying to.
Oh, you were talking about, a dude having opinions about how Kevin's moving, and the fact that if he's gay or straight, I don't really care. Are we interested in the content, or are we interested in criticizing his lifestyle? Kevin is a man who has financial means, meaning you see how he's dressed, you see how he's doing. He's doing his thing. He's living his best life. He's getting back. He's getting product placement money, which is why he talks about Tom Ford and tall candles and things of that nature. So he's monetizing his situation, and he gives some pretty solid advice.
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything that he says, but at the end of the day, like I always say this, when you ain't got, dudes will criticize you. And I go back from the homies, when the niggas used to make the clown about my skinnies, my fitted skinny. And at the end of the day, and I said, why do you worry about how I'm doing me, man? Why do you need to have an opinion about why I'm doing me? I said, nigga, you still stay at your mama house, you know what I'm saying? And Pookie and Ray house, or whatever your situation is. And I'm doing me. At the end of the day, I don't have an opinion about another man, how he doing him. I said, why you got to have an opinion about me doing me? I'm doing me, bro. I said, the bitches who like me or looking for the nigga who dressed exactly like me, move the way I move, and my get down. The bitches that's fucking with you, it does these any motherfucking way. I don't want them bitches. And the bitches that you fucking with, they tired of niggas like you. They looking for niggas like me. They want something different.
Facts.
So when you ain't getting your bag, that means you got enough time to worry about what I'm doing and have the audacity to criticize me. Get your own money and get your own bag, and don't worry about how the next man is out here doing. I said, nigga, I done been in the streets on the front line. I don't need that no more. I ain't spent 12 years doing it. I made some money. I didn't tell on nobody in the process. So I don't live for the streets. I like how I'm moving right now. It worked for me. I don't got no felonies. I don't got no trouble. I ain't been in no trouble. But you got the nerve to keep talking about how I'm moving. Get your shit up.
But you know what's something that's so crazy, Skinny? I'm glad you brought preaching this game this morning. Is why is it that so many females, niggas do it too, but if I'm using Kevin Samuels as example since we all people listen to him. Why is it that so many people accuse Kevin Samuels of saying certain shit when he don't say that shit? Then when Kevin Samuels break these motherfuckers down, they don't want to admit they're wrong. They try to pivot off and ask another question. They never like somebody said, oh, Skinny said this, Skinny said that. When they call you with that bullshit, and he said, where do I say that at? But it's amazing how people accuse you of saying something that you didn't say. And he gets a lot of that shit. Now I can understand why he be turned up and gassed up, because when you kind of get people accusing you of saying something that you did not say, they hear it the way they want to hear it. Because that's one thing I broke down. I created a principle this morning, is that people only hear what they understand.
Hello, that's Joe Moses right there.
They only hear what they, because if they hear it a certain way, they see. You tell me something about some insurance. I don't know shit about nothing about insurance, right? But if I understand it, and my mind's telling, it will stimulate my mind to understand it a certain way. That was what Skinny said this, and it's crazy, but that's what it is, my brother. So anytime a person hears something, you be going blah 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 blah. Oh, that sounds good. Oh, that stimulates my mind. Oh, that's what Skinny said. That's what Skinny said. You may say something out of your mouth that sound like that, but how they break it down, it don't sound good enough in your spirit, in your soul. So you're not gonna repeat it or say how Skinny said it. Everybody want to build their own narrative with your conversation. They want to build their own narrative. So this was Skinny said. Skinny did not say that about the bitch. Listen to what he said. People have selective hearing, They want to hear what stimulates their mind.
Well, the comprehension. So, for example, I give it a good example. When I was trying to write a screenplay,
Mm-hmm.
and I wrote a screenplay, and I was having some conversations with production companies, and particularly Dr. Dre's company, his lawyer in New York. And he said, put it in the mail. I said, well, you know what? That doesn't really work for anybody. It's just Carter. I said, let me come and pitch it to you. I said, because if I gave it to you, you might miss some key points. I'm trying to sell it. I need to paint the picture. What better way for me to paint the picture is to come in and pitch it, whether it's over the phone or in person. Let me pitch it. You in LA. Me half an hour. If it don't make sense, I'm going to shake your hand. You can walk me have security walk me out. Telling me to put something in the mail. Do you know how many scripts get missed? Because my whole project is based upon your interpretation, keyword, your interpretation of this particular project. We're going to miss something if I don't pitch it. I said you would be doing yourself a disservice to honestly take a look at something 30 minutes out of your life. It's not going to make a difference. And people are going to, so I don't want to send nothing through the mail because it's all based upon your interpretation.
Woo.
And your interpretation can't be as good as mine because I wrote it.
Uh-oh. Goddamn. Goddamn.
So I know how to pitch and tell stories. And I don't want to send nothing in the mail. That doesn't mean it. I said, man, if I gave you the Bible and I said I want you to read King James 3:16 and read 16 through 20, and then I want you to recite and tell me what you got from that passage. And I'm going to ask 10 people in the room to do it. And I guarantee you everybody would have their own different interpretation. Maybe 2 or 3 might be like-minded or similar. But everything, I'm going to have different variations. Nobody going to have the same cookie-cutter response. Scripts work the same way. Because I said, hey, man, you know, if it don't work, you throw it in your fireplace. But let me come on and pitch it. That's another way of just telling me no. Put it in the mail. You tell me no over the phone. Tell me no on purpose. Hollywood ain't shit. Liars and game changers. Liars, fakers, and procrastinators. I ain't met a deal. I ain't seen a deal ever get signed by somebody sending a script in. Never happened. There's millions and millions of scripts out there. Millions. And there's a lot of good content. And my takeaway, I said, unfortunately, we're being deprived of a lot of good content and material out there because the process is convoluted. There's no direct way to meet anybody to get your product heard or seen.
Right.
They put it in the mail. I ain't putting shit in the mail. I'd just rather say no to you.
You see, young Skinny, you know the business. You know the business.
No, I don't. I know.
No, you know the. I'm talking about. No, you know the business for the person checking, inspecting your product, or no.
I'm going to either make you give me a yes and look at my product and give me a fucking yes, or it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
You know, I'm not gonna allow you to dismiss me over the phone. That's a disservice to both of us. You haven't really had the opportunity to really listen to a professional or a guy who knows how to pitch, give you some content. I said, are you in the business of making movies? Absolutely. Well, then every opportunity. I said, I'm pretty sure you get calls all day and coming. I'm a little bit different. He said, how so? Because I want a conversation in person. I'll ask you for 15 minutes. If I can't get it done in 15 minutes and what's your whistle, I understand. So, about like a Tyler Perry, you think Tyler Perry write all this shit he got on these shows? He don't. You ain't wrote shit. You have smart man is a guy because it's impossible to read scripts. Scripts are usually about 90 minutes, a minute a page. And I would have me a couple people looking at scripts. That's all I'll be doing, looking at shit. Hey man, y'all look at this. You know what I'm looking for. You gotta think like me. and bring it to my attention, and then let's dissect it. Tyler Perry got about 5 or 6 different shows on BET, all kind of shit.
Woo.
He ain't wrote all this shit. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Ice Cube didn't write First Fridays. DJ Pooh wrote that shit. So the world is gonna have opinions about everybody and about something you do. That's really the bottom line. I mean, breakfast like I smoked weed this morning. I know we ain't smoking weed.
Cause nigga, y'all hungry.
I am hungry. Shit. And them nice little paper cakes, man. Paper cakes. Paper cakes. So dudes are gonna have, man. You just gotta realize that, cause they gonna attack you, man. Once you get your name out there, you get your platform out there, they gonna attack you, bro. They gonna come up with something to say about this dude. Well, why you do this? Why you do that? Well, get your own shit.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And that dude out here attacking Kevin Samuel, I don't understand why they on his. Why is his sexual orientation so important? What difference do it make?
Hey, bro. One thing I would say about men, the majority of men, not me and you, but I'm saying just majority. Men are very jealous and emotional on someone that don't look like them. Meaning that if a person is living better than you are, with having to do less, we having to do less work, or niggas in their feelings. Why in the hell everybody want to put tag Kevin Samuel's name on their tag? Why? Because nigga, what you're doing is not working. So people got to play the newscaster and critic to try to boost up their name. See, anytime a person got to use Young Skinny, a black from South Central, they're trying to use your name to build up their page because what they're talking about is meaningless.
Kevin Cash and check, easy money.
He doing his thing, but see, but 99.9% of the dudes that talk about Kevin, they don't have shit to talk on their own. Why? Because they're not a person of value. So they're being a critic to try and using another nigga name in their tagline to boost, try to raise their shit up. But hey, people do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying at the end of the day, that's like everybody can say bad shit about me. Oh man, that nigga, he did that. Oh man, he did. Oh man, he ain't no killer. Man, check this out, homie. I give 2 fucks about what you saying. I don't give a fuck who like it, who don't like it. But what I'm saying at the end of the day, people are going to say things. Why they don't talk? See, everybody want to say shit about Kevin. Why they don't talk about shit to empower people? Everybody want to talk about, oh, Kevin's Christian, he this and that, he's this. Nigga, what are you doing? Fuck what Kevin doing. He doing his thing, nigga. His results, his money speaking for itself. Nigga, what are you doing? You trying to gravy train off a nigga's name. I'ma say it again. You're trying to gravy train to get your status up and your popularity up off another nigga's name. Instead of doing you.
At the end of the day, G Gordy, it's easier. Damn, it's raining again. It's easier to talk about a motherfucker than to uplift. We know that it's actually easier to uplift and empower. Like I said before, I go back to the block on 6 dudes. When I don't got nothing going on, I got time to put my name, somebody else's name in my mouth. Like I tell the niggas, don't worry about how I'm moving. Nigga, I'm doing me. You know, because at the end of the day, I'm living my best life, bro. Why you got my name like it's to tell the homie all the time? Why you got my name in your mouth all the fucking time? Because if you was getting your own bag, I said, you ever notice I don't say shit about how you move? Because I don't give 2 fucks, as you said. I don't care. If you get me money, you don't got time to worry about what the next motherfucker's doing. That's really what it boils down to. Whether you trying to monetize a situation and make money off of putting somebody else's down, it's all bullshit. It really is. Because I used to get hot sometimes. Like, nigga, why you got my dick? And I used to say it just like that in front of the helmet. I said, nigga, why you always got my dick? I mean, my name in your mouth all the time. I don't say shit about you. You see what I'm getting at?
Mm.
See, this little nigga named Ant Dog. He called me, now he goes by the name of Baldhead. He was out here, hooked up with some white boys, some growers. I guess he got a sack pretty good. And he was doing stupid stuff. Then the nigga, this is my nigga, 55, 6 years old, talking about Hoover. I'm like, really, nigga, you on some Hoover shit now? Them niggas ain't feeling me. And so, every time I would see him, the nigga always had some drama. Everybody know you full of shit. And because I saw the nigga in the 99 cents, though, looking beat up with some dusty-looking broad over on Jefferson and Crenshaw, the 99 cents. Nigga looking at me like, you straight? Like, nigga, you gonna ask me if I'm straight? Like, I've been down and out and shit. Nigga, you straight. You don't look like you straight. You in there buying some bullshit.
Mm.
And I just played it off and shit. I'm looking at the nigga. He kind of checking me out because I'm geared up. I watch the nigga kind of lick my shoes and feet. Nigga, you know how skinny been moving. Nigga, I've been moving like this my whole life. It ain't nothing new. You can't tell if I'm up or down, especially based on the way I dress.
Mm.
And this nigga always said something like, yeah, nigga, you owe me $15,000, nigga, all that work. I said, nigga, do you know how much work I would have to give you? I said, first of all, nigga, I didn't even trust you with no work like that. So how do I owe you? And then why you gonna bring it up right now, nigga, in 2019? Like, I owe you $15,000. Nigga, why you give me a pass? Why you didn't come for me? I said, nigga, man, miss me with that shit. You always got some hater shit in your mouth, nigga. Ain't everybody tired of hearing this shit, man? And if you getting your own money, nigga, you can't worry about what I'm doing. You always been on some white boy shit. What difference do it make for you? That's what I'm getting my money with. I can't eat with you niggas no more because y'all niggas in the street. I ain't doing that. But the point I'm making is that when dudes got time to put their name, your name, in their mouth is when they ain't doing shit. The same applies for the nigga that's hating on Kevin Samuels. Mm-hmm. He couldn't. You gonna voice your opinion on what I call a social media personality? That might not even be how the real dude really get down. So what if the nigga gay?
Exactly.
Who cares? Y'all niggas like, who cares? If the dude is getting some content that's helping empowering people, which he feels like he is, why do you care?
Right.
Like I said, I don't agree with everything he says. I don't like when he tell women, or if you don't do this, you're going to die alone and shit like that, because he doesn't really know that. I think that's dangerous, that somebody could really take that personal and go into a form of depression or something. And that's the one thing that I don't agree with. I think that's dangerous.
I understand what you're saying, Skinny, but you know what, man? Keep it 100. They already damaged goods when they call him. They already damaged goods. He not making them who they are. They already damaged.
True.
Just like your home girl. She is who she is. She is, nigga. Come on, homie. She already damaged goods.
True that.
And these are people that you know. These are motherfuckers that calling him. He don't even know these motherfuckers, but they calling him. They damaged goods already. It's different if a person was doing all good and the nigga said something and fucked the motherfucker. I agree with you. If a person was, holy roller or doing something, they turned nigga on Figaro or whatever because of something that you said. But damaged goods is already calling this guy.
Well, like I said, it all boils down to when men open their mouth and pop their gums, it has everything to do with them lack of money, of the lack of accountability and having a full quality of life with themselves.
Mm-hmm.
D-Zam, back ringing like, how you doing?
Mama, did you leave my steak out?
Still ringing.
Did you leave my steak out?
So, to me, it has everything to do with that. Because I feel like this, if I'm getting my money and I focus on me getting my money, I just do not.
Right.
See, going on the other side, it has everything to do with you getting yours, and are you hating on somebody that's getting theirs? Mm-hmm. You really wish you had that kind of attention and you had that kind of platform. Because if you so empowerment and you so emboldened with game, then why don't you set your own channel up as opposed to bashing somebody who's had a 5 or 6 year track record, gotten better. Nigga probably making a couple $100,000 a year, $200,000 to $300,000 a year. He ain't hurting. Well, he knows right now. I got enough. I've been controversial enough. I'm getting new people all the time, and I can pull in even with $5 donations. Some people go 50, 20, 100. I pull in 200,000 or 300,000 annually a year, and I'm working out of my living room, and he still has private consultation.
That part right there. He ain't doing no manual labor, Playboy.
As you say your word, he doing it big.
Hell yeah.
Give them what they want. So when you're doing it big like that, that dude got too much free time. Because I don't have time to call. I wish I would. Nigga, I ain't got that kind of time to be calling Kevin Samuel. And voicing my, well, Kevin, I disagree. Well, nigga, I could disagree on the phone with G Goody. Who gives a fuck? And at the end of the day, he gonna really ask me some really intelligent questions if I don't lie. Okay, well, I expect what is it you disagree with? And then he gonna defend his argument and then mine. At the end of the day, more than likely, he may make me look a little bit more stupid. Like a lot of women do. When you said this, you said, well, a lot of what I say is based upon facts and statistics and data.
Yeah, they don't want to hear that part.
It's based on.
That's something he done made up, so now he sitting here drew on paper. See, that's the edge that he have, because people, they don't look at it like that, because people only talk from their own, see, like I say, Playboy, people only talk from their own personal acknowledgement, their own personal acknowledgement. So people on personal acknowledgement, they feel that is right. And people fuck with a nigga like Kevin, that's corporate nigga, and he know everything's based on status and data. See, they going on feelings and their own personal experience. Your own personal experience is different from status and data when you talk about people abroad. Because like Kevin Samuel broke a couple of chicks down the other night. He said, about a fat chick marrying talk about her friend is big, this and that, and she married a high value man. Well, okay, that's good. He said that's good for her. But we talking about the masses. See, everybody got, but see, a lot of times the broads just be saying shit that make that I can tell motherfuckers be lying by the way they looks on their face. You know, she said, yeah, my friend did this, my friend do that. You know, show the fat bitch with her high value man. Show her. Don't just talk about her. Show her. And let's hear it come out of that man's mouth.
Well, and some men may not want to be comfortable with that. You know, there might be a broad that just sitting here listening, because obviously she's listening. People who listen to his content are listening to.
No, this is a broad that speak. No, Playboy. This is a broad that's speaking up. It's a broad that's speaking up on her friends. It's a broad speaking up on her friends. Now, my friend's doing this. My friend, your friend don't have nothing to do with the masses of broad. The masses of fat broads ain't got nobody. Husband. We talking about husband. We ain't talking about nigga come digging them out. We talking about husband. They ain't got that.
Well, some people like controversial. They like to have an opinion about something. It gives them 5 minutes of airtime to challenge somebody who has statistically, made multiple statements based upon facts and data and real significant shit. And at the end of the day, some people are just bored. I don't have time to be calling in on the show. You know, there's some things I don't agree with, but I'm like, nigga, is the shit bothering me that much that I feel like I gotta call and get some attention? Something could bother me, like I don't agree with him, you know, saying, well, if you don't do this, this, and this, and I don't agree with his other statement that men should pay all the time. I still don't believe in that. But that, you know, that's because I think he and I grew up. Kevin ain't street. Me and you, we from the streets, so we got a different mentality about, earn, risk, reward. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is given. Everything is earn, risk, and reward. You know, and that's just I'm always be like that. I could have $100 million. I'm still gonna be the same nigga. I'm gonna do things differently, obviously, because of the money. But as terms of my mentality and outlook, how I look at women, I ain't showing my hand. I ain't coming in trying to impress a bitch.
I'm not doing nothing. Nobody come to the house. Shit, I'll buy me an apartment building, rent me an apartment, and have a house. Come over here and hang out. So I see who's who, man. Because, nigga worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You a target. You go out here and show the bitch you got a Bentley and you pulling up in Bentley, dripping, expensive everything on. She looking at this nigga got money. Shit, you see what's up with this fool? She just got a lot more interested, rather just keeping middle of the pack. Like, you could make yourself look successful, but niggas be setting themselves up because they come in leading with their money. Most square dudes that really don't have no street game, they come in leading with their money. I remember being at parties in Windsor Hills and Ladera Heights, and this fool was pulling out and opening up his wallet. He was showing all his gold cards. I'm like, nigga, you ain't knocking bitches. You knocking. Your money is knocking them. They knocking your money. You ain't knocking nobody. And so the same dude, he was trying to push up on a broad. I think he was a doctor, and he was trying to push up on his broad. He was pretty cocky about it. And the same bitch he was trying to talk to when he got back, I think I had already pulled that bitch outside. Come with me. She said, who are you? I said, don't worry about it. Come with me. You're going to find out everything you need to know. And they came out, nigga saw me talking to the bitch.
Yeah.
I just looked at the nigga. She was like, you talking to this dude? I said, that cornball dude? Yeah, he's a doctor. I know he's corny. He ain't on no fun. He ain't got nothing going on. He's boring. I said, after you get through with the status, then well, he ain't going to be fun. Not like me. He ain't going to be exciting. Not like me. I'm telling a bitch on some fantasy dreams to reality, on some pimp shit. You looking for some fun. You want to go to nice places? Not some guy that's all cookie cutter and square, probably want to have sex with the light on the missionary. She was dying laughing. I painted a picture of that nigga. I just devalued him. Everything he accomplished in college, I devalued in 5 minutes.
Wow.
I said, this nigga Lee, I said, that dude corny as hell. Look at him. I said, he gonna wine you and dine you, probably have sex with the light on the missionary. She died laughing. She just like, I can't believe you said that. I said, but you laughing though.
That part.
I said, you know how boring that's gonna be. I devalued that dude in 5 minutes. Whatever game he was spitting at her about his PhD, bitch don't care about that shit. Bitch wanna have some fun. You look at that nigga with a nice suit on, good shoes, clean, successful. He got his own business. I say, we gonna go here. Let's go. Give me a number. He just gave me a number.
Wow.
His confidence. I was cocky, confident. I already told that. That nigga boy. I can look at the dude and tell him boy. He ain't got nothing going for you. Well, so what are you, a doctor? Shit, doctors in debt. By the time they pay their student loans off, $300,000, $400,000 student loans, and if they in private practice, they really ain't got no money. They pay about $75,000 a year net. They just have the status of a doctor. So what? I devalue that dude. These people, man, it's like everybody, men, cornball dudes, they try to play the status game, and all they got is basically certification. I got a degree and I got a title. Nothing else. And now we know we live in a world of entrepreneurship where bitches are looking at the bottom line. This nigga got a bag and he got some swag and he got some personality. It's way more fun over here. And you will get the shit fucked out of you. So niggas is always gonna keep their name in their mouth when they ain't doing enough to keep their own mind interested on the. I don't give a fuck about what man nigga out here doing. Not man nigga out here don't give two fucks. I just don't. I don't have time. I do not have time. I do not have time to worry about what these, whatever these niggas is doing. These Michael and David dudes is doing. I ain't got no time for this shit. I'm trying to get my own bag. That's why I don't worry about keeping my name in another nigga's mouth. I don't have time. So when these cats come in on Kevin Duke talking that shit, he ain't got enough going on because he wouldn't have time. But at the end of the day, whatever he was trying to accomplish by exposing Kevin and okay, so you expose Kevin how? It ain't gonna stop. They still gonna like it. They still tonight. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Whatever Wednesday was last night, they still gonna be watching the show.
Yep.
because your negative attention that you trying to throw shade at the nigga, if somebody seen it, they like, let me go see the dude talking about tomorrow. And they gonna go back to Kevin and listen to the real source, and Kevin gonna light him up with some real game and some real facts versus what this nigga talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin does have some credibility issues with his sexuality because it's like it's a reoccurring theme that this nigga's gay. And he's a little, like I said, I don't know what the nigga is, don't even care, because at the end of the day, what the nigga do with the lights off with whoever, that's his business. I wouldn't give two fucks. I can't worry about a bitch he fucking, and damn sure don't worry about some boy if he doing that. Who cares? I'm looking for the content from the dude. Can I get some game? Can I get some nuggets to empower myself? You know, can I do that? You know, versus staying stuck on stupid. But when you don't got nothing going on, the bottom line is, my nigga, let's answer that question. When you ain't got enough going on in your life, you got time to worry about what the next motherfucker doing. That's really the bottom line. I don't got no time to be worrying about what the next doing. How the nigga getting his money? I don't have none of that shit. I could give two fucks. But haters, that's all they got time to do. Try to sit back here and worry about the next motherfucker. Which don't make sense to me, but that's just how I go, Playboy. So that's why you're gonna have your. I've seen different dudes out there. They have different little small channels and podcasts, you know, and they talk about Kevin Samuel this and what about that. What is a dude been divorced twice? Well, Steve Harvey wrote 3 or 4 books about women. That nigga done cheated on every wife he been with, except Marjorie, as far as we know. Steve Harvey been married 3 times. How's a nigga been married 3 times, divorced, and a serial cheater write books? Think about it. I guess sometimes through other people's failure, you can empower and teach other people the mindset. That's how.
Yeah, but what was it? The Be a Man, Cheat a Man? What was one called? Be a Man.
Oh, the books.
But one about called Be a Man, How to Act Like
No,
a Man.
act like a woman, think like a man.
I know the person who wrote that. Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey didn't write that book. I know the broad that wrote it. Dyke Broad wrote that book.
I wouldn't be surprised.
She wrote that book.
I wouldn't be surprised who wrote it. Don't care who wrote it.
And he just sick. I'm just saying though. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they hear that shit, it makes them like, ooh, yeah, because a bitch wrote the book.
Well, if he got the credit, he's already a recognizable celebrity name.
It's business, baby. It's business, baby.
That's all it is.
Big business. You can't give a fuck about what the motherfuckers think, what they don't think. Just like when a lot of people, when him and old girl Monique, when him and Monique had words with one another, you know, people was in their feelings.
Well, Monique feels like a lot of people are sellouts and this, that, and the other. Different people that she's spoken about. And I said, man, at the end of the day, man, when you get to Hollywood, it's territorial and it's every man for himself. Motherfuckers is trying to look out for themselves.
Whether you in Hollywood, whether you in the goddamn streets, my nigga, it don't matter.
That's true.
Whether you're dealing with family members, it don't fucking matter.
That's
At
true.
the end of the motherfucking day. Because if things don't go a person's way, everybody got something to say when shit don't go their way.
That's real talk.
When it's going your way, you like, oh, I'm cool, yeah.
Well, if I ain't got the biggest one, I got the most, then I got something to say too. So that works too. Twofolded.
Well, if you depend on somebody to give you something, because somebody give Young Skinny something, they don't give it to me. I ain't finna get to going, but people be in their feelings. Because they give they give Young Skinny, you know, 10 million, and they want to give me 1.5 million. I'm in my feelings. Well, nigga, if you ain't can't control the goddamn money, nigga, that's your problem. That's your issue. You can't make a motherfucker give you, nigga, something you don't have.
True.
Remember with the movie thing, it was about the movie thing. They want to give her. That's what they wanted to pay her. It is what it was. Cause you concerned about what other people get when motherfucker create your own shit. You cannot make the motherfuckers that's paying. That's like an athlete or any motherfucking body. If a motherfucker is not valuing you in a certain way, they're not gonna pay you what you demand or what you think you're supposed to get. They're gonna pay you what they want to pay you.
You're gonna get market value.
That's what I'm saying. So by her being in motherfucking feelings, and Steve Harvey wasn't going for it. I mean, it was what it was because she's a real toxic motherfucker. Keep it 100. She real toxic. But when she talked to her husband, she was talking baby talk to her husband because her husband was on the phone when Steve Harvey was doing the interview. When she was talking to her husband, she was talking baby talk. But she was barking on Steve, but she was talking baby talk to her husband. See, because everything a person does in life is selective.
Well, Steve is a check ride.
What'd you say?
Hold on. Steve is the check writer, so her issue is not with her husband, it's with Steve Harvey, because he's the check writer or the influencer of the check. So people sometimes going to voice their opinions on the check writer or the influencer of the check writer, and you got to roll with it. Either it is or it isn't.
Then she had incorporated Oprah Winfrey. So Oprah Winfrey not even thinking about your motherfucking ass. Oh, he was like, fuck Oprah. Fuck, why? Everybody mad at people that's successful. That's hey, you didn't want to be the boss lady as far as business. You wanted to be a comedian all your goddamn life. You supposed to step your motherfucking game up and got your when you was at the height of your game. You should have stepped your ass out the game and became a boss, a business person, versus just being an employee. And that's what happened with a lot of people. They be stuck on a hamster wheel and they stay an employee instead of becoming a boss, becoming a business person. Oprah Winfrey started off as an employee, my nigga.
True.
Steve Harvey started off as an employee, my nigga. / hustler, okay?
That's true.
When you bring value to the universe, doors of opportunities will open for you. I'm going to say it again. When you bring value to the universe, doors or opportunities will open for you today. When you bring value. Because see, comedy only going to take you so far, my nigga.
No, about that. Eddie Murphy now is a pretty healthy bag.
No, but Eddie Murphy was able to transcend through the different eras of the game. He transcended to different eras of the game. Old girl he did transition, but he became a businessman through the game. That's Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, they kind of came through I think in the 80s and the 90s was a transitional period for comedians. A lot of people was out at that time. Bernie Mac, Cedric the Entertainer.
It was
all piggybacking off of Steve Harvey, who had the bigger platform. Then you got the Chris Tuckers out there doing the Jackie Chan shit, who was getting bag. And a lot of guys got their start in the 90s. So guys like Eddie Murphy.
Eddie started in the 80s.
When he started in the 80s? Mid-80s.
Yeah.
He started Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, come on, man. I forgot. Shit. Saturday motherfucking Live before. Man, come on, man. Before he did Raw and all the other good shit.
Yeah. So, that came after that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, though. To think about it, I think he was young. What, he was like 18, 19? He was younger than motherfucker.
Yeah, he was.
So, by him being on Saturday Night Live, guess what? He had more exposure than the average motherfucker had.
True. Because that's more mainstream white folk kind of comedy.
Yes. And the nigga was funny than the motherfucker. With the characters he was playing. Legendary shit, man. So, and he stayed on that and he kept staying on the mountain of elevation. He stayed on Mount Elevation. He kept elevating.
Yeah, when you get to that level, man, when you really get to that level, the rules of engagement and changes. Eddie became powerful. Shit, he started doing the whole Beverly Hills Cop 2, 3, 4, other movies, and he's just making monies off of doing movies.
And he just got him more and more empowered to the now point right now he can pick and choose the projects he wants to do. You know, I think the last really good movie he had was Norbit, but he's had some other flops. But shit, nigga still getting paid $20 million whether it's
Regardless of what it does, he got paid already. Prepaid.
whether it sell or fail, he still got paid.
Prepaid,
you know, Will Smith was another guy, iconic, who transitioned into films and did quite well for himself.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
made hundreds of millions. Martin Lawrence did the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
hey.
a lot of the younger black comedians, and these guys were solo bowlers, they didn't have to piggyback off of somebody else, Bernie Mac and all that. You know, because I hear stories about Steve Harvey was extremely jealous of Bernie Mac. He wanted to make sure that he was the main guy, the funny guy, and had all the control and the power. Steve got a big ego. And everybody went through the D.L. Hughley, Cedric the Entertainer, Bernie Mac. It was a faux pack. That's when everybody was wearing them big extra long coats and suits and stuff, the zoot suits.
Mm-hmm.
And because I even had a fucking zoot suit, a nice one, back in the day. And so at the end of the day, it's a different era right now. So, you know, comedians don't typically transition like that. You know, Dave Chappelle was as a stand-up. He hasn't really transitioned into films. I don't understand why not, because to me, that's where you make more money. But he found a little niche just being funny and doing shows, stand-ups, and doing well at it. You know, he's doing what he loves. So maybe movies is not on his priorities, but Hollywood has changed because of the internet and social media, the way they produce media. You got niggas making movies off iPhones now.
Yeah. And they can release it when they want to.
Correct.
You know, you gotta wait 2 and 3 years for now, nigga. This shit coming out today.
Yep, exactly. So now you got all these streaming platforms. Netflix now producing movies. Amazon has content. BET Plus.
Everybody going to stream, yeah, because they had to get. It's like nigga, you gotta make transitions when everybody else transfer. You gotta go in that lane, nigga. Can't do like what happened.
It's a dude out there that I know, Clifton Powell. I knew Cliff back in the day. Cliff used to run with